It's showtime.
Hey, welcome to the Compassionate Haters Survivor Podcast, the only Survivor podcast for compassionate haters. My name is Jake Scheidel. Each week I ask my best friend Thomas Powell if he did indeed watch a certain reality show. Hey, Thomas, how's it going today? Basketball.
Give me that ball because I'm going to go dunk it.
Yeah.
The NBA playoffs are here, Jake.
I know. I'm really excited about it.
It just means more. This league, I love this game.
I would say let's get it started in here, the NBA
Let's
playoffs.
get it started. This is how a heart breaks.
Did you know that's why that song is called that now? They rewrote that song to be Let's Get It Started for the NBA playoffs in whatever year that was.
Yeah, because they couldn't use the original one.
Yeah, which makes sense. Although I heard that word is coming back, so that's pretty cool. We can listen to some throwback.
There's a very good joke in Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie that involves that song, the original version.
Before we move forward, I do want to say some throw Black Eyed Peas. Like throwback Black Eyed Peas. Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
Well, whatever.
Yeah, I was listening to, by the way, speaking of throw Black Eyed Peas, was listening to some of their album before Fergie was there when they were trying to do like native tongues hip hop stuff. And they have a song that features another artist who had a very similar career path to them. And this was, I think it was 1998. They have a song featuring Red Foo of LMFAO.
Hell
in 1998.
Yes. Oh my God, that rules. I'm gonna have to listen to that after this.
It's pretty good. The song's called Duet, and it's actually pretty good.
Man, two of my favorite groups getting together. Where was Sky Blue? Was he in there, or was he still a child?
I think Sky Blue may have been a child at the time.
I mean, childs make music all the time.
Childs do make music all the time. That's a great point.
You can see Michael in theaters this weekend.
Yeah, that was a child who was making music.
And what music he did
And it was
make.
several childs, actually, because of also his siblings.
Yeah. Remember the Jackson 5 guys. Tune in next week for Jackson 5, and it's going to be 5 guys. Or 5 guys, and it's going to be the Jackson 5. That's a guarantee. If you forget, that's on you, Thomas.
Lock it down.
Yeah. Speaking of segments we do on this program, Thomas, did you watch Survivor 50 in the hands of the fans last night?
Oh, I sure did.
And what an episode it was. It's called...
It really was in our hands.
Yeah, because we voted for this. 63% of us.
I voted for this. Doing the I voted for this, like, t-shirt or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Why didn't they do, like, stickers that said I voted after each of the polls that they could sell for like $1 on the merch site or whatever?
Yeah, instead of a flag, they have like the Survivor logo on them.
Yeah, I would have bought 100 of those.
Yeah, that would have been neat.
That would have been so fun. Anyway, this week's episode was called Double the Fun, Double the Demise. Decent title.
It really was double the fun. I think we can all agree on that.
Yeah. And it was double the demise, so we... Accurate title. So I think that's pretty good. Okay, so Jonathor is so happy after Tribal Council. I'm not liking Jonathor this season.
I think Jonathor is playing a much better game than he was last time, honestly. So I don't know. I don't have a problem with Jonathor. I think he's playing a reasonably good game.
That's true, but he's targeting the people I like.
Okay, sure.
So that's a problem for me. The Toronto International Film Festival is mad that Dee is gone and also that she got 4 votes.
I'm going to be real with you. I did not really know that they were in an alliance together. I had not picked up on that.
I don't remember that either. I feel like it...
I was surprised that she was mad about that. I was like, for what? Like, isn't Aubrey your main alliance left in the game?
I think they were in an alliance when it was like a group of 5. It's like they were an alliance of convenience in that episode.
No, but maybe? I mean, No, because they were they were on the same tribe together pre-merge at one point, and Tiff came up to her and was like, "I want to work with you."
Yeah, I guess so. We didn't see a lot of Tiff in the pre-merge though,
Yeah, I
so
think this is mainly the issue is they just didn't show anything Tiff was doing for
yeah.
most of the pre-merge. So
That's a problem, Jeff. Don't do that again. Coach is so happy and calls himself the greatest Shield out there. Roman
Huh?
Reigns. Roman
Yeah,
Reigns. WrestleMania. CM Punk.
he's kind of the Seth freaking Rollins of
He is because
Survivor.
he's kind of the architect of the Warrior Alliance,
Yes.
and then he came back and did it again, and then came back and did it again with another group of
Oops, he
guys.
did
and
it
then
again.
Kind of came back and did it again with another group of guys, and it's less exciting each time. I don't know, like Seth Rollins
Maybe to
and all of
you.
his groups. LMFAO. What's this group now called? Not LMFAO. The Vision. The Vision is Seth Rollins' group now.
Oh, sure.
Did you know that?
I did not know that.
It's got a bunch of guys in it who keep getting injured, so that's fun. I think Logan Paul's in it, and so is I Show Speed. Is that his name?
Yeah, his name is Aisho Speed, and his last name is Speed.
Silly.
What is yeah, who's is like because his name does kind of rhyme with Aisho Speed. Is Bronson Reed in the Vision?
Bronson Reed is in the Vision. He's one of the guys who keeps getting injured.
Okay.
And the other one, the big boy that they all say is going to be the next big guy, Braun Breaker, is the other guy
Braun Breaker.
who keeps getting injured. So that's pretty fun. They replaced those two guys with two streamers. So watch WrestleMania tonight.
Yes, sounds great.
What a cool thing wrestling is. Okay, so Jonathan tells Coach to lay low for a bit, and Coach does an impression of a normal person. It's a pretty good impression, actually.
We were getting some good. This honestly was one of the funnier episodes I can remember of Survivor. There was the editors were having a fucking blast with
This is a
what
great.
they had to work with.
Yes, this was a very, very good episode for that. Coach was doing just peak shit all
Coach was
throughout.
on one.
Yeah. Chrissy, Jonathan, and Steph talk about keeping Coach chill. Stupid. Don't even worry about it. Let him do his thing.
You gotta let the Dragon Slayer loose.
Yes. They want to take out the middle people. And then they listed everybody who's not in their alliance.
Yeah, that's the middle.
So, what does that mean? Like, it was just the 5 nerds. This was like the classic cool people versus nerds in high school trope they do every season, but, returnees this time. Isn't that interesting?
Well, the fans weren't gonna have it because we didn't want, just a boring old regular elimination, which is why we voted for something different.
Jeff should let us vote for an upcoming theme. Wouldn't that be fun?
Can you imagine the themes that they would offer us? I'm sure they would all be terrible.
Heroes versus healers versus hustlers, or
No theme, no theme, no theme, no theme, no theme. Those are the options. You voted for it.
Yeah, you voted for no theme. Great, thank you so much. Okay, so Ozzy tells the Toronto International Film Festival that Coach bullied them all into voting for her. I like this alliance potentially.
Yeah, Ozzy's making
Making moves.
This is the first game that Ozzy has played that I can remember where he didn't just go immediately pair up with like a woman he was attracted to, like one woman, and then just go like hang out and not talk to anyone else.
I feel like he definitely tried though.
Who is he trying with?
D?
Maybe, but
And then that didn't deliver, so he moved on to play a real
sure.
game. I don't know.
Yeah, but he's doing real social stuff, and he also has Suri to steer him if he has bad ideas. So
yeah, he says he wants to deliver Coach's head on a silver platter to the Toronto International Film Festival, and that he wants to dragon slay that ass. Pretty good line.
Yeah.
Pretty good line from Ozzy. Yazzie.
Finally get some revenge on Coach.
Yeah.
It's been a while for him.
It's been a while. Okay, a boat pulls up and they have to split into pairs, except for Suri, who eventually gets sent to Exile Island. This was interesting. I wasn't sure what to think of it at the moment, but I thought it was fun. I thought it was a fun little twist for Survivor 50.
I disagree. I think voting 2 people off in pairs is stupid.
In a talking head, Joe suggests they mingle a little bit, like on a dating app. Now, it's been a few years since I've been on the dating apps.
I don't think you're really I guess Christian mingle, maybe. Maybe that's what he meant.
Christian mingle! Like Christian Hubicki from the show!
Yeah, you can mingle with Christian.
But isn't the whole point of a dating app is like you don't have to mingle, you just send notes to each other?
Yeah, you're being immediately notified that someone is interested.
Well, good for Joe, I guess. I don't think Joe ever used a dating app, probably.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
how old is
that.
Joe, actually? He's like in his 40s, right?
I think he's in his 40s, yeah.
Yeah, that's a little...
Has he been divorced?
I don't know. I don't know anything about these people except for what they did on the screen. On Survivor. And occasionally on other shows, too. D's on The Challenge that we're watching this season. 41, I think, is the season. And it's a nice little... it's just a nice... There's something I like about seeing her on that show.
Didn't she hook up with Johnny Bananas?
He tried hooking up with her. I don't know if they actually did or not. But then there's also this other dude, Will, who was really mad at her for like flirting with Johnny Bananas because they used to hook up. It's like, says who?
Him and Johnny Bananas used to hook up?
No, Will and Dee used to hook up.
Oh, okay.
And it's like, why are you're on MTV, bro. People hook up with each other all the time. You come from Are You the One? A show about hooking up with multiple people. Which, that's gotta come back too. God damn. Anyway, speaking of people pairing off, it's Christian and Jonathor, Chrissy and Coach, Joe and the Toronto International Film Festival, Aubrey and Devins, who deem themselves the underdogs. Okay. Ozzy and Steph, and then Emily and the Riz God. Who's your favorite group here?
Great question. Suri.
Good. Suri and Exile Island. Suri and the Phoenix.
Yep. Otherwise, I don't know. I thought I kind of as a Devins hater, I actually did like the Aubrey Devins pairing. So.
Yeah, they seem like they could work well together. Ozzy wants to take out Devins because he's really good at finding idols. Hey, fair enough. I kind of forgot about that aspect of his season, but that was a big thing, wasn't it?
That was like his whole game.
Yeah. Yeah. Chrissy and her alliance want the Toronto International Film Festival out next, but Coach wants to turn on the charm first and deny any involvement.
Oh, you know what? I like Tiff and Joe. I take it back.
Yeah.
Tiff and Joe were a good combo. Yeah,
that's a good group, too. He tries to deny any involvement in the votes for her, and she goes, then who did? And he has no response.
It's so funny. It's a classic Coach thing where he just reflexively lies about it, but like most Coach lies, if you talk to anyone else to corroborate it, it immediately... Tiff could talk to anybody else and they would be like, yeah, no... Coach literally, it wasn't even that he was demanding that we write your name down. He like individually instructed us who we were going to vote for.
This was so funny.
He couldn't have been more involved than he was.
This scene, him just having no response is up there with like the Jeremy and Tony conversation in Winners at War about how many days there are in a week. It's like, how are these people real right now? This is so funny.
The thing is with that too is like there's a way that you can just be honest about it and just be like we were gonna split the vote because we were afraid that Dee might have an idol or her shot in the dark might work, And, you know, unfortunately, you were the next name up. It wasn't personal. It was just, you know,
Yeah.
business.
But coach has to be honorable, and this is apparently being honorable. Like,
Yeah, it's lying.
go back to Deception Lyland, coach. That's where you belong. Okay, so at this reward and immunity challenge, Jeff brags about 63% of people voting for twists. Like, that's a lot of people.
They are literally, this is like projected insecurity at the fans where they're annoyed that we don't like the dumb twist that they do.
Like,
And so every single time they do one that sucks that people wouldn't like, which inevitably is this early merge thing where they're like, we're going to vote 2 people out and have somebody's game get blown up completely arbitrarily. They're like, you asked for this. Like, this specifically you asked for.
yeah, no, we didn't. And actually, 37% of us said, don't do it. Why didn't they let us vote, hey, do you want to do the game again like they did it in seasons 13 through 20 when it was good?
They just know to not, like, specific stuff. If they had a vote where it was like, here's what I want as far as things to be able to vote on. Normal merge with a merge feast.
Okay.
No live tribals.
And those are the 2 changes you would make? Everything else is good?
I mean, there's other changes I would make, but for something I reasonably think we could vote on that would specifically deliver on something they couldn't weasel out of, those are 2 things I would want.
Yeah.
I mean, the number one thing I would want is to not have it on Fiji anymore, but
yeah, well, too bad.
That's not going to happen.
Yeah, they have a really good relationship with the government in Fiji, so why would they ever move? God forbid you have good relationships with other countries also. Like, whatever, who cares? 63%. It's not like an overwhelming majority. That's not even 2/3 of people. Anyway, Jeff says now that we've voted on the game, maybe it's time to play and apply now. Are you going to apply now?
No, I don't think I will.
Damn. Something I noticed during this challenge. Have you ever noticed that Joe has a tattoo on his chest that says speed?
Maybe he's a big iShow Speed fan.
Yeah, I guess so. It's got like, the letters are like in flames. Like they're all.
I did think it was weird that Joe did a backflip after every challenge, but
Well, it's because
I
he's
guess
cool.
it makes sense now.
Oh, that would be a fun montage to make everybody doing cool flips and shit off of the, the challenges, the obstacles after the challenge.
Doing cool tricks.
I love cool tricks. Doing parkour and shit on Survivor. That'd be so cool. Survivor parkour versus party poopers. And it could be like 10 cool guys and 10 lame guys. Is that a season you would vote for? No theme.
Sure.
Parkours versus party poopers versus presidents. And then we can do 3 tribes again. And we can still do the 3 Ps thing.
Triple P.
Triple P. It's time to plame the game. Plame. It's time to play the Plame. Okay, whatever. Who cares?
Yes, it's Plime to play the Plame.
Thank you. Okay, so Cerise sent to Exile Island. Big surprise. Nobody cares. I cared. I love Cerise, and I watch her do anything. They throw a ball on a track. They have to catch it and maneuver the big ball over the platforms and into a target, and then build a puzzle bridge, and then retrieve the one small ball from a cage and use that ball and one other ball on a table maze. Winners get tiramisu, spaghetti, and red wine. I have some notes.
Yeah.
So the whole thing of this challenge is it's 2 people working together, right? And that's why they need to get 2 balls in the table maze. And that's why they have the big ball and then also the small ball in the cage. Why not have 2 balls that are the same size and then use them through the, same portions that they're in already, but then use both of those balls also on the table maze. Do you know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Too much work. They already have all of these component parts from previous things.
It's just needs a little, like everything with these challenges, just needs a little polishing. Like, why this big ball?
Well, here's why does Big Ball, because it got one of my favorite parts of the whole challenge, which was when Emily said, "Throw that cabbage," because they had the green ball.
I missed that. That's so funny.
It was very funny.
I also loved when Jeff, at the end of the first phase of the challenge, goes,
Yes. Oh, yes.
"That was full on."
Yeah, he wants to be full on
I,
with the contestants.
Yeah, I can't hear the phrase "full on" after DTF St. Louis anymore without thinking of David Harbour's weird dick.
Jeff has never had a friend who cared about him enough to take some bacon off his sandwich, but leave some for flavor.
Oh my god, what a good show!
That is funny. I thought what you were going to reference was there's a point. There's a lot of very good one-liners from contestants this episode. There's a point early on in the challenge where Coach is lagging behind everybody else because he's bad at the like basketball-y part of it where you got to throw it through the little like hoop thing. And Jeff is doing his usual, like, "Coach, in dead last," and Coach just very quietly goes, "Oh, hush," while he's doing that.
Coach is so fun. Bring him back.
Yeah,
for
and then Coach
51.
was just like, "I was never good at basketball," after he's like finishing that one up.
That rules. Have you, speaking of basketball-themed sports, have you ever played a game known as Whirly Ball?
I think I've heard of it. I don't think I've ever played it.
I think it's a Chicago-based thing, but there are other locations elsewhere. But it's like basketball combined with Rocket League, or bumper cars, I should say, and lacrosse, I guess. And it's very fun. It's basically 5-on-5 basketball, but you're in bumper cars. And you have a
Interesting.
ball that you're throwing around with one of those like plastic stick things. I didn't do very well in the first couple games, but I played 6 games and I scored in 2 of them.
Wow.
So pretty exciting stuff.
Very impressive.
Thank you. My final record was 1-4-1 because our reservation, we ran out of time and couldn't go into overtime on the last one. So that was upsetting because I could have boosted my numbers a little more, you know?
Sorry that happened.
It's fine. Joe and Toronto International Film Festival have an incredible comeback and win immunity. This was nice.
It was very impressive.
I like seeing them win. When Jeff puts the immunity necklace on Joe, he says, "You two are safe." I didn't realize you two was on this season.
Yeah.
Like, good for
Bono
them.
will not be voted out.
I heard that they weren't bringing the Edge back anytime soon after season 40, but apparently he's back. And the other two, too. Larry Mullen and...
The fourth one?
And the fourth one. We all remember his name. Okay, so on Exile Island, we get to see Suri again, and there's 2,000 coconuts on the beach she has to turn over to find a phoenix to get to participate in Tribal Council. How did you feel about this moment?
It's an interesting one because there's not really... It's hard to strategize.
Yeah.
Because you don't have enough time to really... Like, the order that you do in it doesn't really matter, because it could be anywhere. You kind of just have to, like, get moving. I think the one thing that I would do is just not... I would either try to, like, kick it with my feet a little bit, or I would just be looking for anything that catches my eye instead of bending over. And because
that felt like a lot of wasted energy. Yeah.
Yeah, like, I think Suri did expend a lot of energy. She didn't have to, but...
Yeah.
It all worked out.
I was happy for her. I love Suri, obviously, but as a television segment, this was kind of boring.
Yeah, it wasn't that interesting as a TV segment. The image of all the coconuts on the beach, I think, was kind of worth it. But and we did get a good Suri moment, which is very kind of, you know, what's the word I'm looking for here? Indicative of her as a player, where she is getting exhausted and she sits down and she cries a little bit and then she's like, okay, got to center myself, and then just gets
Yeah.
back up and gets right back into it.
And we did get a cool montage of Suri highlights, so that was fun.
Yes, yeah, her talking about previous games.
Yeah.
Maybe this is going to be the year that she's going to win it, because she started 20 years ago, and the Detroit Pistons last won 60 games 20 years ago.
Hey, and
So
Suri's connected
maybe they're
to
both
Detroit.
going to win it.
Where is Suri
No, the 20 years.
from?
I don't know, but the 20 years is the connection, and maybe
Yeah.
they're both going to win it this year.
That would make me extremely happy. Suri Tiffany Fields. Oh my God, Toronto International Film Festival is Suri too. First appeared in 2006. She is from Jersey City, New Jersey. She's a Nets fan, probably. She's a Jason Kidd kid. Are you a Jason Kidd kid? Were you a Jason Kidd kid?
No, I was not a Jason Kidd kid.
I thought it was fun. I thought he had some impressive ball handling. Speaking of balls. Because of the challenge 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, because of the challenge, yeah.
Back at camp, Christian believes he's in a good spot. Good for Christian. I was completely wrong when I predicted he would be voted out. Wishful thinking.
The whole time
part.
I was like, if people wanted to make a big move, I think Christian and Jonathan was the duo to get out, but nobody wanted to make a big move.
I guess not. It felt like a really easy move, but maybe I'm putting my thumb too much on the scale there. Emily wants to take out Coach and Chrissy to break up that alliance.
I like that. I think that strategically, from their perspective, that was probably the right move. But also, Emily wants to get Coach out because Emily hates Coach.
And she's right to do that. I completely understood where she was coming from. Rizgod wants Aubrey and Devins out because they're like Malcolm in the middle. Right? Remember from the show?
Yeah.
It's back.
Yeah,
Malcolm in the Middle
it
is back. And everybody's so happy about it. It got 8 million viewers or something. Aubrey complains about no longer having her idol and people underestimating her. Well, yeah. Like, Aubrey, I don't know. I'm rooting for her, I guess, overall.
What's the but here? Because I am
That's
also
what I'm-
rooting for Aubrey.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, why is Aubrey always underestimated? She took second place her first time, and then she's done a little worse each time after that. And she comes back constantly. So, maybe she's right to be underestimated.
Hadn't she only played twice before this?
She's played 3 times before this.
Was she on Game Changers?
Yes. And
Okay, so they brought her back in like pretty
Edge of
quick
Extinction,
succession.
yeah.
I don't know. The thing is, the second time that she came back, that was like a weird theme season
that was a
where
weird
they
season,
just brought back like very recent returnees, because it was her, it was Kelly Wentworth, it was David.
Oh,
and,
yeah. On Edge of
was there one other
Extinction.
person?
Joe Anglem.
Oh, of course they brought Joe. That was when they brought Joe back 1,000. Man, do you think Jeff is really bummed that he can't bring Joe back anymore because Joe's too much of a like weird crank and has had too much bad publicity?
Probably really upsetting for our man Jeffrey.
I was excited, by the way. Christian mentioned the return of the Brochachos, because him and Jonathan. Him teaming up with big, dominant physical players named John is generally pretty successful for him.
That's a good point. At the reward, they eat spaghetti and drink wine. That's nice. Joe apologizes to the Toronto International Film Festival for voting for her, and they agree to work together moving forward. Huh? How about this little team here?
It was kind of nice. It's also nice. I mean, if you're TIFF, like Joe, you can trust Joe's word on that, so.
Yeah.
Why not? You know, they were vibing.
Absolutely. They want to take out Aubrey and Devons, the dreaded Middle Alliance.
No,
People are so afraid of the middle.
I don't understand it.
Yeah. Okay, so they don't want to take out Coach and Chrissy because they're good targets.
If they're good targets, and take them out now.
Yeah. Chrissy gives Coach some advice and calls herself the Dragon Slayer Whisperer.
The advice the pep talk that she gives Coach is just fucking no singing, no haikus, no. This is the whole logic of Coach just being a child is extremely funny.
It's
in this.
really
Just being
good.
like, what if I just do the haikus really quietly to myself so no one can hear? Like, basically, he gets like grounded to sit in the hammock for the rest of the time.
Yes, Coach is relegated to the hammock. Please pronounce it correctly. Chrissy wants to take Rizgod out with his idol in his pocket. Now this, I was pretty excited about.
It would be a big move. I mean, I would not be excited about. Kind of what I was hoping for here was that his idol would get flushed out so Emily would be safe, but then he wouldn't have it going forward.
Then there was a cool transition where they just like rotated the camera through a path in the jungle. I liked that. That's a fun little thing.
Yeah, they were doing some fun editing stuff. Speaking of fun editing stuff, I believe when Chrissy is talking about how she needs to have Coach lay low, there's a point where she's talking about, I don't even remember what she says. It's like, he's going to get on people's nerves. And it just does an immediate cut to him. The subtitle just said vocalizing, but it's just him going ooh, to people that are like clearly not into it while
He's so funny.
next to the hammock. I was fucking dying laughing at it. It was
It's
so
so
funny.
good.
It was literally like almost like 30 Rock cutaway gag.
Absolutely. Okay, so he then quotes someone, but can't remember if it was Sun Tzu, Nietzsche, or famous financial advisor Chris Verlas. Sometimes the essence of strategy is the mindset to do nothing.
I'm gonna say that was probably the financial guy.
The quote is
Well, this is also. I think Coach knew that there was a good chance he was going home this episode because he really emptied the clip on all of his dumb quotes.
yes. Oh my God, he really did. The quote he was probably quoting was from a American businessman and Harvard professor, Michael Porter. The quote is, "The essence of strategy is choosing what not to do." Just like almost what Coach said. It's kind of the same
close.
thing.
Yeah, I think it was Abraham Lincoln that said, "Water is the essence of wetness, and wetness is the essence of beauty."
Is that from Zoolander?
Yeah, it's from his merman commercial.
Yes. Oh my God. I haven't watched that in so long. I might need to rewatch that once I'm finished with DTF St. Louis. That'll, as I have a million movies I still haven't watched. Okay, so Suri comes back and immediately tells everybody what to do. Another
Everybody's
person.
so excited to have her tell them what to do. Also,
It was just like having her come back put me so at ease after the chaos that had been that Coach segment.
I was just in awe at the watch party that I do every week. We everyone was just talking about it's like it's crazy that we're at this point of the game, and everyone knows how Suri plays, and yet everyone loves Suri so much that she comes back and immediately runs how things are going, and everybody's like, "Oh, thank God!
Yeah.
I love Suri."
Yeah, this was good. Rizgod tells Rizgod tells us to look at the lore of what happens when people target him.
Oh, I got so mad when he said the word lore
Fucking
there.
annoying. I'm glad that he's saying like, "What's up, chat?" less this season, but he's still doing a lot of internet speak, which I don't care for. Rizgod would have loved Elite speak if he was like 10 to 15 years older.
This guy just doing fucking 6-7 the entire time.
Yeah. Man, I can't wait for Survivor 6-7. It's going to be Zoomers versus Gen Alpha or whatever. That'd be so funny.
The only brain rot Survivor season.
That's definitely not true. There's some fucking brain rot seasons if I've ever seen one. Okay, Devins considers using his fake idol at, what is it, Tribal Council?
Yes.
Okay. And then Coach sings us into Tribal Council. Thomas, did you love Coach's song?
Did not love Coach's song.
Okay, and then, I don't know. I thought it was fun, but stupid. Like,
It fit with the episode. I mean,
Yeah.
him singing the song I thought was funny. The song itself I wasn't a big fan of.
that's fair. Can you sing us into the wildlife shots?
What am I singing?
Well, that wasn't it. We got a snake, we got crabs, we got an iguana, and we also had a zebra shark. What do you know about the zebra sharks?
I'm assuming they got stripes on them.
It's more like spots.
Famous animals famous for their spots, zebras.
Okay. Well, how big are they?
I have a feeling they're not like a super big shark, so I'm gonna say like, I'll say 2 to 4 feet.
Try 2 to 4 times harder.
Okay, so are they like?
That wasn't a very good hint, actually.
No, are they like 6 to 12 feet or something?
8 feet, 8.2 feet.
Okay.
Okay, what do they do during the day?
Do they hunt?
No, they rest motionless on the seafloor.
Okay.
They are nocturnal. What do they eat?
Fish.
Close enough. Mollusks, crustaceans, small bony fishes, and possibly sea snakes. Sea snakes is hard to say, actually. Inside holes and crevices in the reef. Great. What's next? The zebra shark has a cylindrical body with a large, slightly flattened head and a short, blunt snout. Okay.
These guys don't look like a zebra at all. I'm looking at one right now.
I know. I was shocked because I thought they were a leopard shark at first or some shit, and I was like, this doesn't seem like the right thing. And then I found zebra shark. I said, oh, I guess so.
It looks like there are some that have stripes. They just don't all have stripes.
Interesting. Okay, so where can they be found?
I'm going to say they can be found in the Indian and Pacific Oceans.
Are you on the Wikipedia article now?
No, I'm just looking at pictures of the sharks.
Oh, that's a better use of your time, honestly.
The stripes, the ones that have stripes kind of look like clownfish stripes.
Oh, that's fun. How many people in a group? And by people, I do mean sharks.
Okay. Are they solo? Are they?
They are usually solitary, though aggregations of 20 to 50 individuals have been recorded.
Okay.
Oh, even several hundred off the southeast Queensland coast.
These guys got fucked up mouths. They look almost like. As an animal, I know that they're a shark, but they look more like a relative of like a manta ray. Because they have a really similar mouth.
Interesting. What do you know about the courtship behavior of the zebra shark?
I don't know nothing about that.
Do you want to?
Sure, why not?
The male will follow the female and bite vigorously at her pectoral fins and tail, with periods in which he holds onto her pectoral fin and both sharks lie still on the bottom. On occasion, this leads to mating, in which the male curls his body around the female and inserts one of his claspers into her cloaca. Copulation lasts for 2 to 5 minutes. Yeah, so sounds pretty similar to humans.
Sure. Yeah, that's pretty textbook stuff.
Okay, and how do they interact with humans?
I have a feeling they don't really. I have a feeling that they probably just run away.
They're generally docile and slow moving, not dangerous to humans, and can easily be approached underwater. However, they have bitten divers who pull on their tails or attempt to ride them.
Yeah, I think that
what a
there's limits.
surprise!
Can't do anything these days. Not these zebra sharks getting
Fucking
offended.
sharks these days. Okay, where do they rank on the IUCN Red List?
I'm gonna say least concern.
You would be incorrect. They are in fact endangered.
Oh, is it because of all the people that are trying to ride them and pull on their tails?
Yeah. They don't like it, but they have to do it. And then they end up dead. What a surprise. Okay, so at Tribal Council, Dee walks in and everyone says in unison, there is just something about her that I like.
Yeah, can't quite place it, but man.
Jeff talks about how they don't know how the twist will play out until the players play it. Okay. Then we get a lot of quotes from a lot of different people. Aubrey quotes War Dog. Remember War Dog from Edge of Extinction?
Oh, War Dog. Love thinking about War Dog.
Coach quotes Sigmund Freud. I didn't write this one down.
Yeah, who cares?
Who cares? Joe quotes Mike Tyson. Didn't need to write this one down because it's a classic quote. Everybody's got a plan until you get punched in the mouth. Classic quote. Who was the best quote, do you think, from this quote? Tribal Quotesel?
I like the Mike Tyson one.
Yeah, obviously.
Well, what was the other? Coach had another one that he did.
He had so many quotes. Oh, yeah, he did the Magellan quote from the season preview.
Yes. Yeah, he did the Magellan one, yeah.
Which was crazy long. I can't believe that they let him go on that long. Okay, so Devins grabs his fake idol, whatever. Live tribal occurs. Who gives a shit?
I gotta hand it to Devins on this one. As someone who was very skeptical of what they were going to do with that fake idol, I don't know that there was a better use for it than that, because I think the original plan, based on how him and Christian were talking about it, was that they were hoping someone would find it and think it was a real idol. But, like, what are the chances of that are, like, kind of low. And I think that you can very easily, like he did, structure the combo of, like, oh, I got a clue that told me where it would be here, and use it as a deterrent. But you can also hold on to it based off of that and then go like, oh, actually, they don't let me. I was bluffing. They don't let me play it just yet. And then you can use the threat of an idol for a little while. So I got to give it to him. I thought this was really stupid when they were doing it originally, but man, it really paid off.
Yeah, it'll be really interesting to see what the fallout from this is.
It's a good move. He made a big move, and I appreciate that he did it to ensure that Aubrey didn't get voted out. So
yeah, Rizgod goes out of his way to congratulate Devins. Bro, do that back at camp or after the show. You don't need to do that in the middle of this.
Stop fanboying out.
This is so lame.
Fucking Mark.
Like, yeah, whatever. Devins refuses to show them the idol. Fair, whatever. Who gives a shit? Devins does not play the idol, obviously, but Coach does play his shot in the dark. It doesn't work. What a surprise.
The thing, there must have been. Well, Jeff must have said like you can only play one shot in the dark per pair because why wouldn't you play both if one of you was going to play
That's
it?
a good point. I don't know. Yeah, because it would make sense for them to both try, unless there was some rule against it. But
There had to have been, right? Because it
yeah,
would like that's the only reason I can think of why you wouldn't do it.
but why would they take that away from somebody?
Well, especially because if you play an idol, it apparently counts for both of them. So why shouldn't you be both allowed to be playing your shot in the dark?
Yeah, that's a good point. Jeff, write in, let us know. Write in the YouTube comments the answer to our question. Coach and Chrissy get 6 votes. Aubrey and Devins get 1 vote, and Emily and Rizkat get 1 vote. Okay. Coach says it was healing playing this time. That's nice.
Well, and also you're forgetting the most important thing that happened.
What's the most important thing that happened?
As he was leaving, getting voted off, Rizzo went, changed my life.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
The coach. I was laughing so hard at that.
What a cool
And then I
guy.
also somebody posted it in the chat. I mean, he did vote him out. I did like that Rizzo put my hero coach on the vote too. But I thought that was funny. But and somebody posted in the chat. Somebody like zoomed in on Emily's reaction after he says my hero.
It's so
it's
funny.
Really funny.
Emily.
Oh, Emily.
Emily is not playing a great game, but that was such a good moment.
I think she's playing a good enough game.
Yeah. Okay, last week you had 30 points.
What a character, Emily.
Yeah,
Emily,
absolutely.
Emily Flippin, financial analyst, doing a great job.
Yeah, why wasn't Emily Flippin the financial analyst that Coach quoted in his exit tribal? As famous financial analyst Emily Flippin once said, "Coach, shut the fuck up." Okay, last week you had 30 points. I had 34. Let's go through your predictions last week. You said Emily. You said Ozzy would win a reward. You said pizza would be the reward. You said Jonathan would win immunity and Devins would be voted out. That's 1 point for you. I said Aubrey would survive. Suri would get reward. Pastries would be the reward. Ozzy would win immunity, and Christian would be voted out. So that's, again, 1 point for me.
1 point each.
So that's 2 weeks in a row where we each get 1 point, unless you count going to
man,
exile.
it would have been really bad. It would have been really bad for you if Aubrey and Devins got voted out, because I would have gotten a point, and
Oh,
you
yeah.
obviously would have lost your post-merge person.
That would have been a really big swing, yeah.
You're lucky I like Aubrey so much, otherwise I would have been rooting for that to happen.
Would you count Suri going to exile as a reward?
No. I knew you were going to do this. No, I would not count it as a reward because it is not a reward.
Fair enough. Okay, this week we saw everybody pair up like they were on a dating app. So, Thomas, can you tell us the name of this week's Quopes quiz?
So nasty that it's probably somewhat of a travesty having me. Then he told the people you can call me your majesty.
Build a dating profile and we'll reveal something about your future. Choose wisely. This is by Taylor Bui, B-U-I.
Oh, thank you.
Community contributor, posted on February 7th, 2021.
I have an ad that says, coming up, hilarious tweets about being single.
Whoa.
That sounds great. This is probably my favorite part of the Quote Quiz segment, when I just tell you about the ads I'm getting on BuzzFeed.
Yeah, it's all downhill from there.
Okay, what direction would you go for the main photo? Silly, trendy, pet pick, thirst trap, professional, candid.
Probably go trendy.
That's fine. I'm going to go candid. Obviously, I've already mentioned having used the dating app in several years because I was successful on one of them, married. And that's the goal of everybody on a dating app, right? Okay, what's the vibe of your bio? Funny, clever, quirky, promiscuous, no bio, or 6'5"? Should have said 6'7".
Kind of, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Kind of funny.
That's fun. I'm going to go clever, actually. I should have asked my wife what mine said. Did we say this is February 7, 2021? So I think I had deleted my apps by then, probably. We were a few months into our relation at that point. Okay, what pickup line will you use? Hey, my name's Microsoft. Can I crash at your place tonight? That's pretty funny, but no. Is this Hogwarts Express? Because it feels like you and I are headed somewhere magical. Absolutely not.
Oh,
Hey, cutie, winky face, or do you have a name, or can I call you mine? Stupid. I'm just going to say, hey, cutie.
I think so. I think I am too.
Yeah.
Don't really like those kind of pickup lines. I'm gonna
Yeah.
be honest.
Who the fuck do you think I am? Just Joey? Pick a date destination. Your place, winky face. Nice restaurant, bar, coffee shop. Bar. Come
Or
on. And lastly, which sounds more like you? In town just for the weekend, looking for something real, not looking for anything serious, or just trying to vibe with someone. I'm just trying to vibe with someone. Come
I
on.
think I'm also just trying to vibe with someone.
That's what it's all about. Oh, look, this. I'm going to marry Rich.
Who's he? Rich who?
As in the money. Congrats, you'll marry a trust fund, baby, and the two of you will have a ridiculous amount of houses. My question to BuzzFeed is, when?
Yeah, Rose Byrne. I'm also gonna marry Rose Byrne.
Nice.
And have a lot of houses.
Rich Burn.
I'm gonna match with her on Raya or whatever, and I'm gonna be like, I thought you were great, and if I had legs, I'd kick you.
Mm-hmm.
And I love damages.
Is Conan cool? That's all I would say.
Is Conan that mean in real life?
Everybody says he's actually nice in real life, but he says he's mean, so which is it? Respond.
You got to send like 20 messages in a row. That's
what I've heard.
Everyone knows that's what you do.
I remember, I don't know, probably a year ago when somebody built like a dating app AI, and it was like, I got 6 messages after 130, reaching out 130 times thanks to my swiping app. And it's like, you can just do that normal. That's normal reaction to a dating app profile. Okay, anyway, good times. Oh, how are the apps, by the way? I meant to ask you. Are you back? Are you updated? Are you using the updated apps?
I mean,
Appdated?
I've used them. They're not really much different, and they still suck.
Love that. An app that certainly doesn't suck is YouTube. You can follow the show there at the Compassionate Haters Survivor podcast. What can people comment on YouTube, speaking of?
Very funny smiley face.
Thank you to everybody who does that. You can also listen to me talk about Survivor some more, and probably with fewer bits about wrestling, with Rome's Reality Pod. That's every week with Rome from Survivor 47. So if you want to check that out, you can do that on youtube.com as well. Thomas, what's your social media?
You can follow me at tom.tom.bsky.social or at tom.tom on X, the everything app formerly known as Twitter.
Love that. Okay, do you remember last week's poll?
Boy. I feel like I should, but no, I don't.
Okay, well, I'll just tell you then. It was, which is your preferred version of our man, Coach Wade? The Tidewalker.
Oh, he was a Dragon Slayer, the Tidewalker, yeah.
The Dragon Slayer, yeah. How do you think people voted?
I'm going to say probably the Dragon Slayer.
Surprisingly, 60% of people said Dragon Slayer. I thought it would have been more than that.
It's the year of the Dragon Slayer.
It truly is. Yod's Coach. Okay, should we give the listeners a poll this week? Ooh, here's one. Did you watch WrestleMania this weekend? Yes, no, who's to say?
Yeah, that works. In honor of the return of the Brochachos. Exactly.
You could vote on that at youtube.com/@officialhatersurvivorpodcast. That's the website. We have a few shows on Patreon as well, another website. You can find that at patreon.com/justpodcast. Thomas, any you want to shout out this week?
Come
on, this one should be easy.
With the wrestling one, because of WrestleMania?
Literally didn't even think about that. I was thinking of Teal Time.
Well, teal time, yeah, obviously, because the game 1 of the first round of the playoffs is tomorrow, or depending on when this is released today.
Yeah, probably go out on Sunday. So this evening, go Pistons, as always. Did you thank the fans already?
I would love to thank the listeners, commenters, and subscribers. Thank you for listening, commenting, and subscribing.
Wonderful. Okay. And reviews. Did we give the boilerplate
No,
review?
we didn't get the boilerplate review,
do
so
that.
I'll do that. 5 stars, please. We don't say that every week, but I just need people to know that. And then it's not optional.
Yeah.
This is my favorite podcast. I like it better than all of the other podcasts. I give it a big thumbs up.
And I do want to point out, it is actually an option to give us fewer stars. You can go to our Patreon if you want to figure out how to do that. Lucrative business model, that is. We'll be back next week with next episode of Survivor 50 in the hands of the fans. Yod's Coach, have a great summer.
Hey. Yod's Coach every day.
Great.
For the next episode.
Yeah, I got you. I can't believe it's already halfway through April and we have yet to mention April in the D.
Oh my God, you're right. It is April in the D right now.
And what an April in the D it is, Ben.
Yeah, April in the D is also. It's funny because the Lions have been better recently, but April is also when the NFL draft is. At one time was the most important part of the Detroit Lions season, so they're getting involved there too.
That's great. Before we officially get started, I did want to tell you about this incredible yard sign I saw today. Or not today, but earlier this week. It said, I should point out, as I was walking down the street, it was like a staircase into the house. And on one side of the staircase, there was a yard sign that said, "Imagine being afraid of diversity, but not dictatorship." I was like, that's the corniest shit I've ever heard, but sure.
It's so long. I love the ones that are like way too long like that.
I was like,
wow, that's really snappy.
So I was like, that feels like that one that's like, in this house, we believe all humans are kindness and science rules and all that bullshit. Yeah. And I took 2 more steps, and on the other side of the staircase was that exact sign.
Oh, of course, yeah. I mean, like
okay.
that's the exact type of person that has. Like, I would be more surprised if they didn't have that sign.
Yeah. In the window, there was a sign that said, "If Kamala won, we'd be at brunch." No, that's a joke, but I'm sure they were still at brunch.
Not me being more afraid of diversity than dictatorship.
Like,
not my hungry ass.
Who's saying that? Like, what's the fucking Brita line? I can accept racism, but I draw the line at
You can accept racism?
I can accept diversity, but I can accept dictatorship, but I draw the line at diversity.
Like, you can accept dictatorship?
The fuck are you talking about, dude? Silly. Anyway, what a cool world we live in, and everybody's so happy.
Yeah, that's great. Things are going great.
Excited to talk about Survivor instead.
Yeah, which is also going great.
Smarten up, pros.
One guy, big Mo, 2 guys, little bitty Mo, 3 guys, 4-eyed Mo, 4 guys, no Mo, 5 guys, eat Mo, 5 little guys named Mo.
Do you want to remember 5 guys?
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely. I'm going to do things a little differently here.
Okay.
I'm going to give you 2 names, and then you're going to give me a third name that is similar you'll see.
Okay.
Our first group is Bill Laimbeer and Rasheed Wallace.
Bill Laimbeer and Rasheed Wallace.
Who's the third guy of this group?
I'm gonna say Jalen Duran.
Oh, okay. I would have said Isaiah Stewart, but I see Jalen Duran there too.
Well, Jalen Duran is a better player, so.
Wow. How about Joe Dumars?
What do you mean, wow? He's going to make an all NBA team this year.
Does he have the heart that Isaiah Stewart does, though?
Isaiah Stewart is the third best center on the Pistons.
How about Joe Dumars and Tayshaun Prince?
Joe Dumars, Tayshaun Prince. I'll say Asar Thompson.
That's who I said, too. How about John Sally and Mehmet Okur?
John Sally and Mehmet Okur, these are super. I will say B-ball Paul Reed.
Perfect answer. Yeah. How about Isaiah Thomas, Chauncey Billups? This one feels easy.
Cade Cunningham.
Yeah. And then our fifth and final group is Dennis Rodman and Ben Wallace.
I mean, for that, I guess I'll say Isaiah Stewart because he's
Sure.
a defensive-oriented big man.
Yeah, that's fair. So what's the theme?
61 Pistons teams, I
That's
believe.
right. Bad boys through the years, am I right?
Yeah.
She, Tayshaun, Mehmet, Chauncey, Ben Wallace. Did they ever play on the court at the same time? Probably.
I think so, yeah.
It seems
In
a
2004.
decent lineup. Yeah.
Wait, was Rashid in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they did. Yeah, they played for like 1 year.
Yeah. That's a solid group. Solid group of guys. Remember 15 guys. What teams did they all play for? Just kidding. It's the Pistons. Did you just hang up on me?
No.